Right, morning. We're back with another live. It's a very active pre-market so far. Um, I saw this BXRX, which was a previous runner. Um, Made new highs. So far, not a bad trade. I scalped this right after five. I mean, 840. But so far, this will be our main watch. I think they came out with a PR or saying that what is it? Let's take a look. The company announced the outcome of its first interim analysis of the phase 2 trial. So it's just it's not a huge positive news. That's why I don't really rely on these type of news. You kind of have to understand their news first. But the main part is this is micro penny. It can go it can move really quick and fast. So yeah. So hopefully today we're gonna have more activities, more setups. Yesterday was kind of slow. I mean, I was looking at the GNS again, which was our last week runner regarding the naked short news. I think this CEO is really trying to make sure that there will be some sort of justice regarding the all these naked short that are happening. So basically, I mentioned in the previous our weekly watch list. If you haven't watched the video, what exactly the naked short? Naked short is you're borrowing shares against a company that share doesn't exist. Basically, some trader institutionals they try to short this stock by borrowing shares that doesn't exist. And right now, the CEO of the company tried to investigate why this stuff happened. This is completely illegal, and that's why I think the most of the the volume activities and surge in the price happened because of this. But you got to keep that in mind. I mean, that at the end of the day, shorts always want to win it. But so far, this trend continues because after that, there was another one, HLBZ, still, kind of trading in the same sympathy with GNS because they're both are in the same situation, and right now I see that news all over the place. Pretty much all these micro pennies, penny stocks, they come up with kind of like a same headlines. So you got to kind of keep that in mind. This could be just the hot trend a little. It's definitely a temporary trend. It's not gonna be forever. To pump their stocks. At the end of the day, that's their goal. So it doesn't matter who's right or wrong. It's just a matter of timing. When are you going to really identify these moves and these actions? So yeah, HLBZ also it's on our back pocket. But definitely, if GNS doesn't move, HLBZ is not gonna move as well because they really sympathy trades together, very trade side by side. So, but I'm not a huge fan of the HLBZ. I don't really trade much of a micro penny, but there's always opportunity that they have. I believe HLBZ has. Yeah, they're more of a higher float the stock, as they have 81 million shares. But GNS is lower float. I think it has, yeah, it's 10 million float. But yeah, yesterday gapped up again after massive drop on the short side actually. Um, Squeezed them back up. I was looking at it, and then in the afternoon make the new high. So far holding that $4.50. So let's see how this will plays out at the market open. I will look for some opportunities on the upside again if they're still try to squeeze it. So let's see how this plays out. But so far this BXRX number one gainer with tiny float, 400,000 float, still number one. But I don't know. I mean, usually when the stock is running in the pre-market, making that higher low at the open, they're definitely going to pull back. I mean, that's what I see so far for the past few weeks. I'm not really relying on them throughout the day, unless if they have really major news or something, like something very much more attractive than their current news. So yeah, let's see how this all goes. I have BXRX, I have GROM, GROM. I think GROM also came out with no news. Just a solid pump from pre-market action. I think from after-hour action. Yeah, this was from yesterday afternoon. Let's take a look at the yesterday news. Let's see. I don't see anything at the moment, Groom. That's why you have to always check with your FinViz. Yeah, 1 million float, really low float, 2% institutional ownership, 10% insiders. Yeah, promising children's entertainment company with big plans run by industry veterans. So I think that was their headline yesterday. Yeah, so they raised capital on December for 5 million. Yeah, that was their yesterday headline. That's why stock pumped so far. Still looking good. Still has that uptrend. So as long as if this 418, I don't think there's much more room. Let's take a look at the daily chart. Always have this problem with, okay. Yeah, I don't see much higher than 418. Pretty much as the top range, and then 579. So and also obviously $5 natural resistance. So let's see how this will plays out. It's a small lower float. It can get get more activity if we see much more volume on it. So I wouldn't really trade this if it's not gonna really get more attention. So far 17 million shares traded. BXRX 11 million shares traded. And it has a better look than Groom so far. So let's see how this plays out. And then I have GNS, INBS from yesterday runner. This was also another rat that just added to the list of this micro pennies of stock going to $1 above, and then starting the halt festival. I think that was pretty much the whole thing. Not sure what was the news exactly. um, let's take a look. Yeah, only 14 million float. Yeah, it went almost 400% yesterday. I scalped few times, but I didn't really bother. Yeah, Monday wasn't the day for me to really mess around. I think they came out with the news of it's interesting. Uh, Intelligent Biosolutions reaches key milestone in biosensor platform development. So it's just an announcement, kind of. Yeah, today announced that they successfully completed the review of result from milestone 7. So nothing too crazy, but obviously it gets insider activity, it gets um you know come to the scanner, and then all of a sudden it squeezed it up. So I mean that I think that's pretty much uh, what's going on with the stock. I don't think there's much more room. I mean, obviously the $2 range could be a potential run up again, but we have to see. We have few other options. If all these stocks are going to fade out, people definitely go back to the older trades and try to pump them, possibly. Oh, let's see. And then on the other side, on the swing, yeah, 1 minute to open. Still have a coin set up, and I think the crypto related stocks are still trading sideways, consolidating in the range. I took partial profit on coin yesterday, but I still have 1/3 of my position. I might add if it's gonna go back to the average. Let's get it. Market is open now. First 5 minutes is just, I'm not going to trade, and I don't recommend you guys ever trade in the first 5 minutes of the volatility, because you never know um, how this how the thing how the direction really can works out. So yeah, coin is also, yeah, I'm looking at the coin, if possibly go back to my my average. If not, I will probably look for that 60-58 range. Let's see. HLBZ came out with the news. HLBZ has over 1,300 pre-orders, generating over 2.2 million feature sales. So that's my 2 cents. Watching this groom. GNS. GNS can really it's already in the red side, can really create that opportunity from red to green move, but it can't really die down if you're going to see much more of this short attack on this. INBS getting cross over the try that VWAP. It's still in my no trade time frame. I don't trade usually the first 5 minutes. I'm always careful watching all these madness to be over. BXRX about to halt down. Halt down is at 552. INBS rejected that VWAP. So yeah, as expected, could be a really healthy pullback on GNS and also BXRX. Yeah, on the biggest gainers list, I don't see much. See all these micro pennies, but I think our best bet would be just these four tickers: Room, BXRX, GNS, INBS. I'm gonna focus on these mainly. BXR is already up 80. I think it hit 100%, I believe. Almost 100%. So you gotta keep that in mind. When the stock hit 100%, there's always a massive short ready for it and bigger pullback. So GNS still pulling back. Yeah, this one is. I mean, it just has that hot trend on it. There's nothing else going on with the company. There's nothing positive about this company at all. It's just that news still working for the longs. So yeah, it's pretty much flush down here at the $4. Let's see if this $4 holds. Let's take a look at the level 2 orders. Coin is still looking good. I mean, I'm really happy with the average that I start with on Coinbase. So INBS still trying that VWAP, but it keeps getting rejected. Groom is flushing. Let's see if yeah, still coming this side. This is very interesting. Yeah, so the couldn't find any shares on GROM. GNS, hold that $4. I'll look for this scalp right here. I'm starting a very small position on GNS at the bottom. I mean, at this break with the 421 average, actually. I want to see if that really going to squeeze to the VWAP, kind of scalp for the VWAP. If not, I'm okay with the break even. IMBS rejected. GNS getting that attention right now. 48,000 shares coming in. Well, that's a good pop right there. Locking in some shares right there. There we go. That was a good trade. Right. I just lock in half of my position. Oh, I did lock more than half actually. So I left with very tiny. So now what I'm looking for is just to see this, break of downtrend, like what exactly happened yesterday with GNS. Pretty much the same pattern. I was looking at exactly at the market open. They had this, huge pullback and then downtrend line and then break of downtrend line and then continuation. So that's pretty much is going to. I mean, it's kind of happening, but doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to happen same as yesterday. So we gotta keep that in mind. I was locking profit, but I'm looking for that, red to green, as I said. So far this one is good. BXRX halted up. So yeah, Groom it just doesn't get much volume to trade. IMPS, let's see the orders. Wait, yeah, GNS so far. Rejected at 456. So let's see if that is why it's very important to have your trend line. You can see that rejection happen at the, I see bigger orders that just came in pretty much, or 80,000 shares just traded in one candle. That is the massive one. It's probably going to halt 468. I've held at 478. It's a up halt. Yeah, that is a massive one. I'm locking another portion of my position. Yeah, that was a great scalp. Let's see if it's going to hold that. So now what I'm looking for is just, build that 456 as a support. If not, build that VWAP as a support, as my average is very low, 421. So I'm gonna if VWAP's going to crack, I'm gonna take last of my shares. Well, there's a possibility to continue for the green to red to green move. Oh, yes. Trying. Yeah. Definitely different day than Monday, Money Mondays. Yeah, I like today's better. GROM. Trying to break out of the trend line. Adjust some of these lines. So now I want to see that 200, if that 200 break into, but I don't see much of a volume on this one. So unfortunately, this is a good looking setup, but I just don't see much volume. It definitely is slower than the other ones, but I mean, if GNS doesn't get attention, and IMBS as well, BXRX is halted, so definitely people look for some easier setup. It's an easier setup, Groom actually. It has only, it does have a very tiny float, but it trades like a higher float. It does a 2 million float, 1.95. Okay, BXRX unhalted. Let's see. Yeah, that's a very dangerous area to even starting. Please be mindful. Just like that, you get the fake out and hold down. There we go. It's going to hold down. Stock is already ran up to over 100%, I think. So always have to be mindful when you trading these type of setups. You want to see a bigger pullback, bigger range. I mean, there's nothing here. If you even trade this breakout, your max potential gain will be pretty much few bucks. I mean, your risk is much higher. So what you want to do is, you know, look for a bigger pullback when the stock is already ran through the pre-market 100%. I mean, it's already 100% runner. You want to just kind of like wait for a better, you know, better pullback if you want to trade it long. But I'm more of a bearish side on this one because the news and it's just a matter of volume, how much volume it will get. I mean, so far BXR traded 22 million. I mean, that is not significant for a low float stock. You always have to, it's tiny float actually, 500,000 float. So it could trade for another 50 million maximum by the end of the day. If so, if not, probably stop at around 40. If you calculate the volume prediction. GROM. So I'm not looking for this BXRX anymore, unless if, you know, if it creates more opportunity for the dip actually. If not, I'm just probably avoiding it. Just getting to that, you know, halt festival. GROM. GNS still looking better.
About 50 since June. And if you look at the markets with regard to interest rates, as that data was released, yields have actually moved a little bit higher. And we want to pay very close attention to the psychological level of 3.5% in 10-year note yields. We know that came back from that sub 340 awfully quickly. Carl, back to you.
All right, Rick, thanks so much. Rick Santelli, as we continue our earnings coverage this morning, Morgan Brennan's here at Post 9 as we dig into Raytheon.
Yeah, I think today was a PMI report.
We have Raytheon results happening, earnings estimates, but coming up short on revenue. And I think we've got a special guest coming on.
We have some good earnings coming up. Tesla, I think Tesla is 26th. So that could be something to watch. We have Teslas coming up. We do have, who else? I believe Tesla is on 26th, if I'm not wrong. Let's take a look. See what's going on with this BIAF. Okay. Not a bad looking. Tesla. Yeah, if you guys know exactly when is the earning for, I think, yeah, it should be 26th. I saw that yesterday. Yeah, 25th, tomorrow actually. Interesting. So yeah. That must be very interesting to watch. Tomorrow. Yeah, Tesla Q4. Why is it Q4? Q1. Yeah, I'm not sure why my TD Ameritrade showing that Q4. Anyway, tomorrow is gonna be interesting day. BIAF. Let's see what's going on with this stock. Let's see. Do they have any news? 6 million float. Came out with the news. Biofin Technology announced publication of result of clinical trial in peer-reviewed journal respiratory research. Oh. I had some positive news, but yeah, that is a double top at the 240. Let's see, much room do you have? So after 240, there is room. Let's see if this gets much more volume. So GNS failed to break that 456. Groom fading out as well. So I'm looking for this PIAF 40% so far. Let's see if it get more juice. I'm going to start a small position. You have to break out. Let's see if it's going to break that. 239. Yeah, that's a triple top. There we go. broken some after the breakout. There we go. Beautiful. That was a quick one. $58. I locked in majority of my shares. So now what you should look for, that 54% runner already, if it's gonna really hit that 70%, or if it's gonna reject back down to 30% below. So far holding that 239. I mean, it has to hold that 239 in order to have another leg up. But yeah, so far so good. I left a very small shares. So if it's gonna really pull back, I'm going to be, no, there we go. I took the last profit right there. It's getting top ticky. Be cautious at this level. GNS. Wow. Obviously, Groom wasn't able to really even hold that $3. GNS so far breaking to that 5. I'm taking my last profit at the 5 level. Yeah, so far so good. 5 break can really break through. There we go. All out of GNS. It can really go without me. BIAF pulling. Let's see. Let's switch on the other side. Nope. Obviously not on my interactive broker. Yeah. So far good for the intraday. BIAF and GNS. Yeah, I don't see much other things around. So with this, yeah, so Groom, like I mentioned, it couldn't really break through that 200 EMA, the white lines, the 200 EMA. The double top failed. So I want to see that if this 200 EMA will break out. Another one from GNS is continue to push up. It's not even a stock to look at. So yeah, I will personally just watch GNS. BF is done. I mean, that was just a scalp trade. If it's going to, you know, create a support above that VWAP, it will worth watch. Otherwise, it's probably gonna be a good short. I mean, there's room to 285. The next 290 97. So I mean $3 max. BXRS, as I expected, bigger pullback. GNS. So let's see. I'm gonna get the water break. Be right back. All right, we're back. We're back with another one. So far GNS holding above that green 10%. That's, yeah, I don't understand what exactly these orders are. I was monitoring all these candles yesterday. It has this huge volume candle in 1 minute, and the massive surge in the volume. Like someone just tried to pump this as much as possible. So I don't think GNS is done yet. Unless, I mean, you also can be cautious that there is gonna be some, profit takers. So you have to keep that in mind. There's not just, short traders. There's always a profit takers that sell out when you buy. So you got to keep that in mind. Making sure when is your entry. Yeah, I'm pretty much done for the day. 3 good trades so far, I think. Did BX, yeah, the BXRX in the pre-market. Tried to short room, couldn't, and GNS and BIF. There we go. You only need 1 good trade per day. But if you have 3, that's 3 good trades. That's better. So yeah. GNS, number 1 to watch. Okay, Shopify drop. Oh, market's dropping. What exactly going on? Yeah. PMI came out negative. Well, positive actually versus 20 minus 20. Yeah. 6 point. Alright, so let's take a look at INBS. Ooh. Flushing down. Groom trying. I might try the dip here. See if it's get more volume. I'm starting at a small position. Too small. See if it's going to cross back above at 310 actually. Yeah, because I'm looking. What I'm looking is just IMBS pulling back, BXR is pulling back, GNS is just does that, consolidation, pull back, nothing else going on. And Gruma has already been, downtrend. If it's really, triple top again at 200, they're probably gonna be a massive short. If not, it can cross and go back above the VWAP, in my opinion. I think this, if this volume continue to increase, but I mean, so far 30 million. I don't see any big order yet. So let's see if this 310, which is the place that all the shares are going to trade, so right at the POS. GNS, it's really good looking one. Yeah, that's why you have to be very cautious at the top ticks. I mean, these are the ticker that these are the um, candles that people taking profit, and obviously shorts want to take advantage, average down, average up, and try to make up to their losses if they has been if they've been shorting from the morning. So kind of have to always see those. Let's see what else going on. If you guys have any ticker in your mind, type it in the chat so I'll look for it. Still in this groove. I want to see if this $3 hold or max 295. If 295 crack, I'm gonna cut this one. If not, I want to see that $3 hold, volume surge, and then another leg back up. So that gives me better confirmation. So the risk for this, you could start earlier, because I've already seen this double top pullback. It's at the downtrend line break, so that's what I'm kind of like anticipating. My risk is just that 4 or 5 cents below. So I'm not gonna. I'm risking that 4 or 5 cents to the max potential of 10, 15 cents. So if I ever traded this side on this part, my risk is much more higher, because this will be the first touch rejection, and then you have more room on the downside. It's probably like 20 cents here. What is it? This is 45 cents here. So you want to be smart with your entry all the time. So if it's gonna really reject, I'm not gonna be sad about this because I already manage my risk. So that's one thing you should keep that in mind. What do we have here? OTRK. OTRK. What is this thing? Oh, OTRK. I think this was our last week runner, if I'm not wrong. Yes, it was. Okay, it's getting attention. Does have any news? The $1. Ooh. Do $1 break. 1 or 2. There we go. That's what I was looking for, bro. It's breaking through. Locking in. Just a scalp. That is it. So I'm half in. I knew that 200 EMA, the white line, it's a tough resistance, so I'm gonna see if this OTRK, no news, just a random volume surge, probably bag holders try to pump this back up again. Let's see if there's any short available. This was a really good short, actually. There are. It's getting that juice. Oh, It's making a new high. Let's see if it's gonna give me. Just located. Oh, it gets me. Nice. I just shorted that. Oh, 108. I just want to scalp this. Not gonna really hold on to this. It didn't give me huge shares. Locates were cheapy. So so let's see how this goes. There we go. Boom. There you have it. Couldn't really make that 200 EMA. Yeah, I gotta stop out for the rest of my share. That's it. Now I'm focusing on this OTRK short. I want to see if it's really gonna break the new high or pull back. So my stop would be that big of new high. I don't see any much. Well, I mean there is room. Definitely some rooms. Do see that 115 obviously. So far 1 million shares traded. That's some activity right there. Yeah, I mean it's just a random pop. Yeah, I gotta stop that. Not looking for the squeeze on this, obviously. Yeah, this is. Oh. It could be much more. And there's definitely room on this one. So yeah. So the max is 122. I see that 122, and then next is 129, 130. Yeah. There's some pump activities. Yeah, so far so good. I've only traded GNS, BIF, Groom, half in profit, rest just stopped out, and then OTRK short stopped out. That's it. BXRX and then pre-market as well. So I'll look for this OTRK if it gets much. I mean, if it's gonna build that 109 as a support, I look to see if it's have some sort of continuation, or possibly like just reject that the 120 flush down. OTR. Oh, okay, so they have news. They do have news. Host schedule a host presentation on Wednesday. Oh, that's they have an event. They have an event coming up, so they want to look good. They don't want to look bad on their stock. That's why they try to pump it. You gotta keep that in mind. It's all about the volume. If the volume on the short side is going to be higher, it's definitely gonna be a downside. But you gotta keep that in mind. This stock has been, it's been shorted. I think it's on SSR if I'm not wrong. I think one mistake that I made was, yes, it is on SSR. So yeah, no. So I did not check that it's on SSR. So definitely avoid shorting this right now. So alrighty, what else we have? Yep, nothing else. Alright, team, I'm gonna call it here. Keep you guys posted for the rest of the day. And if you guys have any questions, just reach out. One of our team will answer you, or reach out to me. Take care, everybody.